All right, sitting here looking at Browns Wire, and we see an article that talks about the next breakout player for the Browns. And I'm going to give my take on this. I think part of it is yes, part of it is wait to see / no. And this is very, very interesting to me. But they're coming out and saying that the new wide receiver, Jerry Jeudy, the shiny new toy, the very well paid, Jerry Jeudy is going to be the next big weapon for for Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to talk about a couple of different things. I think it's interesting, and I have a unique take on this because there's a comparison that I have for Jerry Jeudy that I think will make a lot of people kind of be like, dude, you are insane. You're on something here. All right, well, I'm telling you, I'm not. And I don't believe to be insane. So let's see what the article has to say. First, they said that his speed and explosiveness help him create yardage after the catch, something the Browns didn't get much of in 2024 outside of David Njoku. Jeudy is the one player on the roster who does the majority of his damage from the slot. Having a true threat in the slot will open things up for Njoku, Cooper, and even more. And then, of course, we have Deshaun Watson needs to set up significantly better this year. Here's the deal. I do think the combo of Stefanski and Dorsey's offense should bode well for Jeudy. I do think that makes sense. Dorsey, by the way, in Buffalo with Josh Allen was heavy targets to one player. So the question is, will Jeudy be that player or will it be Cooper? And the bold prediction is he'll have his first 1,000-yard season. That's not that bold. I think that if you're going to pay him the money that you're paying him, he should have a 1,000-yard season. And the question is, can he stay healthy? So here's what I'm thinking about when I think about Deshaun Watson. Over the course of Watson's career, he's had one receiver that he had just amazing chemistry with, and they lit up the scoreboard together, and they lit up the stats books together, and that was DeAndre Hopkins. And here's the thing about DeAndre Hopkins that separated him from other people when he was rolling in his prime. It was his just ridiculous route running. It was unbelievable. And then his remarkably strong hands and the ability to make contested catches. It was not his insane athletic ability. It just wasn't. I mean, look at the guy. All right. He was a round one pick, but he was slow. Okay. He was slow. He didn't have good explosion or agility. He just didn't. But he had the ability to be a good route runner. He was adept at that, and he could make contested catches. Now, Jerry Jeudy hasn't shown the ability to make contested catches. But coming out of Alabama, his big thing was his route running. And now, look, Jerry Jeudy's not this ridiculous athlete either. He is considerably faster than Hopkins, but his explosion and his agility is very similar. So I'm telling you right now, I'm not saying, please don't hear me saying it, that Jerry Jeudy is DeAndre Hopkins. I don't think that. But I could see, if I squint really hard, I could see Jerry Jeudy forming a similar connection with Deshaun Watson because Watson feels like he's in familiar territory that he was with DeAndre Hopkins. Even coming out of my mouth, it sounds so stupid. So here's the thing we do have to understand about Jeudy. Last year, playing with a bad quarterback, the quarterback rating when targeting Jeudy was 86.3. All right, he had 54 catches on 84 targets for 758 yards. All right, that wasn't terrible. In 2022, all right, when he had Russell Wilson throwing to him, he had 987 yards. So this whole my bold prediction is he'll go over 1,000 yards. Not super bold. If he stays healthy, he really should. He got 100 targets to get him there. So his average per target was almost 10 yards. That's really good. This was probably his best year. He had 6 touchdowns it did not look bad. All right. And the passer rating when targeted was 111.5. That is the kind of thing that you were looking for. That is what you want to see. All right. He was hurt a lot of 2021, and he was drafted in 2020, where he had a spotty rookie season. But again, in 2021, passer rating when targeted was 89. So we have 89 in the 3 years outside of his rookie year. We have a passer rating when targeted of 89, 111, 86, with varying quality of quarterback play in some good and ridiculous offenses. For him in 2022 to put together the efficient season that he had under that offense with, I believe it was Hazlitt at the time. Is that what his name is? What's the offensive coordinator's name in New York? So leave it in the comments. Why not? But oh man, like to be able to have almost 1,000-yard season in that offense, that's crazy. So on 100 targets, I think that's really good. So yeah, I think he absolutely can be a good player for this team. The question is how good it'll be. So here's the question that I want to ask all of you. Let's just have a conversation. All right, I'm going to ask a football question, and then I'm going to ask a not football question. All right, so a couple things. Football question: where do you rank this wide receiving core? All right, when you look at this wide receiving core compared to the NFL, do you believe it is now a top 10? Are you crazy? Are you a crazy homer and believe it's a top 5? Do you believe it's a top 15, top 20? Like, where do you put this receiving core amongst the others in the NFL? Go ahead, start taking a look. Start looking at the other receiving cores. You can make the argument for top 10. You absolutely can. So all excuses are gone for Deshaun Watson. Now, here's my second question, and it's not football related. If you've hung on this long, leave a comment below. I have thought often. So from Michigan, we actually enjoy going to Detroit. We're from the west side of Michigan, but we enjoy going to Detroit. And I've heard, believe it or not, a lot of good things up and coming about Cleveland. And I hear it's a really family-friendly place to go, believe it or not. Like, it's a great city to take young kids. I've got a 6 and a 12-year-old kid. Give me some suggestions here. If we are to take like a July or August kind of impromptu vacation, and Cleveland's only like 4.5 hours from our house, like, what are we doing? What are we doing in Cleveland? Help me out here. What are the things that would be fun for the kids? All right. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to see you on the next one. We want to be your go-to spot for Browns content each and every day, or at least every other day /week throughout here. Thanks for watching. See ya.